Hello, we are back for another episode of Many Monday. I'm very excited to do this. First, I like to say Manny's an opportunity for me to talk to my family and friends, just inform them what's been going on in my day-to-day life, in week, and moments of epiphany. I usually read off a list that's on my phone, a sticky note, and if I can find it, a little black notebook. That list is posted on my Instagram. I upload it onto my Instagram every Friday, and of course on Monday is a Many Monday. I read off the list, I go over key points, talk a little shit, and that's how we do it. So get your popcorn, get a little snack, preferably jarrito, and let's get right into it. The first thing on the list is beauty school dropout, right? So I had no intentions, none of going back to school, right? In case you don't know my background, I have a bachelor's degree in sociology and criminology. I'm a double major. I have a master's in criminology, and drumroll, I recently got accepted to Loyola. I also have a dental license and stuff, but again, never intended. But if I take my word or I take my own advice and I say like, hey, there's opportunities given to you, and why not take advantage? Why not do better when you can? There's an opportunity that presented itself to me, and they said they're willing to waive any fees and stuff that you had. So I was like, why not take advantage of that, right? So I was on board, I applied, didn't know what was going to happen, and I got accepted. I got accepted this week to Loyola University, to the College of Social Work, and I've been on campus. I took advantage of the library, especially the law library. Like, me and libraries, it has to be studied. Like, I'm been at the suburban library. I'm at Loyola Library. I went to the law library. I went to Lewis Library. I even managed to get this book. It's on traffic law, because it interests me. I don't know. Like, I don't even need to read about law and procedure and stuff like that. But there was a time, once upon a time, when I was in the graduate program, I was a criminologist and I studied law and procedure and stuff like that. So it's like, so I want to just get back into that, just to pique my interest. But yeah, I got accepted to Loyola. That's my current state and things. I got it in my eye. I'm not cutting that out either. I gotta tough it out. But yeah, I got accepted to Loyola. I'm very excited about the possibility of that, and I look forward to talking about some things that I learned during my classes, right? But I think I begin in 2 weeks. If not, worst case scenario, I begin in December, right? Second order of business is people don't want better for themselves. And I think that's the most frustrating thing, because we put a lot of stocks in people, right? And we tell them that they can do this and stuff like that, but they have to want it for themselves, and they have to want to do better, and not just say the shit, but actually take action to do it, right? So if I were to give an example, I think a lot of people, especially when I'm noticing, like with friends, family, whatever, they'd be like, oh, I could have done this, but right? So like, for example, a person tell me, like, they see me working out. Oh man, I've been meaning to work out, but stuff is I'm about to go back to the gym next week or whatever. Never does it. Oh, they see me study Spanish. Oh, I've been meaning to study Spanish. Spanish is a great tool and stuff like that. But shit happens. Oh, I've been meaning to do this. I've been meaning to do that. And they just constantly make excuses, right? You give me anything in life that you could potentially do, there's an excuse for it. Kid you not. An excuse, you got this, you got that, right? And believe me, there's other people that's going to make excuses for you. You can make excuses for yourself, but I'm not that person that's going to make an excuse for you. Get the shit done. Stop all of this wishy-washy, like, oh, I will, I won't, Just take the action. What more is there to do, right? Especially when you really think about it and there's nothing wrong with you. I'm specifically talking to those ones that just there's nothing wrong with you. You can literally do whatever you set your mind to. And I think people put barriers in themselves, or they just like the theatrics of talking about doing shit, but then never get it done, right? And to that extent, I say people don't want better for themselves. People don't want to be healthy. People don't want healthy relationships, because they give half-ass effort when it comes to their diet, when it comes to working out, when it comes to building bonds and relationships. Like, there should be no reason why you call someone like your best friend and you never talk to them. There should be no reason why, if you have full autonomy over the food that you eat and the means to actually purchase things and stuff like that, and you still choose to do like fuck shit, right? Again, people will make excuses for you. You can make your own excuses, right? I'm specifically speaking to those people that just like literally don't have any excuse, no reason why, but they're just bullshitting. They're just bullshitting and they don't want better for themselves, right? And it's frustrating, but I'm also realizing that people are pretty much happy being complacent and doing that endless cycle of just like not going anywhere. But I am a tree. I'm constantly growing, right? My friend Javier told me that. Third thing, clean your room. Clean your room. It's not a very, you know, I really don't have to go much in depth, but like clean your room, clean your house, clean it, right? I know some people they go through depression and stuff and different ordeals and stuff like that. But again, as I preposition this whole conversation, there ain't nothing wrong with you and you just being nasty, your ass just being nasty. It's as clear as that. Take care of things, especially if you have the means to do so and you're just making the conscious decision to just like leave things around, right? But again, you can make excuses for yourself, people make excuses for you. But cleaning, it boosts morale. I've seen that happen in my life. I'm not the typical type of dirty person. I keep comic books and books literally everywhere. I have this book, I have a couple Spanish books over there, so put on the coffee table here and there and stuff like that. But every so often, at least on Sunday, I'd be like, okay, no, Sunday's too far. Friday, I gotta organize this shit, right? Because once it's organized, once I see where everything is and stuff like that, it boosts morale. It makes me feel good about myself, right? And I know that can help you too. So take the time out. Maybe you can't do it all in one go. Maybe you don't have the time and luxury of that. But you gotta do something. It ain't gonna hurt you like while you're there at the station and there's just all this leftover shit. Put some in the bag. Start cleaning up in your life. You don't live in filth. You don't have to. Fourth thing, I don't represent all blacks, right? I do believe with my consistency and that things will progress. It has to. I've never seen an example yet where a person was consistently doing things, putting out content, and the shit didn't pay off, right? But when that day comes, when it does happen, because it will happen, I want it to be known and reflect back on this video that I don't represent all black people. I'm a black as an individual. So going more depth into that ideology as an individual, my opinion on shit really doesn't matter, right? Like, I mean, granted, I think I say things, this serves this whole purpose and shit, but I don't ever want to be a case where it's like, oh, Manny did this, Manny does that, and like, oh, he's making the whole race look this certain way and stuff like that. I'm just Emmanuel. I do not represent all black people. I only represent myself. I do not represent all short people. I don't represent all whatever sexual orientation, whatever identity that you could think of, right? I don't represent all men. Like, no, we are individuals and we should stop holding people to the standard. Like, I admit there are some shit that people do and it kind of fucks it up for everybody, or you feel like it fucks it up for everybody, right? So like an example that comes to mind with the Justice Smollett shit. When he did that shit, I remember in the sociology class and like, I felt like it hurt people as far as like within the community. But I also got to realize that a person that would use the example of Justice Smollett and then to use that example to dismiss everyone else, right? They didn't like the fucking community to begin with, right? And then they just using and just fishing, just using this example like, hey, this is an instance where things didn't work out. So let's say like for everybody, we gotta say like, oh, it just didn't work out, or oh, this is bullshit because this case was bullshit. Like, no, it doesn't fucking work like that, right? We gotta treat everybody as individuals, see them for who they are, but then also see that that just one case doesn't represent everything for everybody, right? This thought process, if you want to look more into it, called irrational rationality, right? It's something that's so fucking irrational, right? But you rationalize it based off of experience. Like if I threw it one time, it's because I saw like a purple pencil, right? and every time I see a purple pencil, I feel like a little nauseous, right? It's irrational to see a purple pencil and then want to puke, but then it's also rational because like, yeah, because of that previous experience, right? That's just like a whole another can of worms. But yeah, again, brief review, beauty school dropout. Got a 7 to it. Second thing was people doing better for themselves, sadly, unfortunately. Third thing was clean your room, you dirty person, you. And the first, I'm the fourth. If you're clean, I'm not talking to you, so don't even worry about it. And the fourth is I don't represent all black people, men, what have you stuff. I'm just Manny at the end of the day, and that's all I can be. Please, subscribe for more content, for more videos. Follow me on my Instagram, which is posted at the beginning of the video. But please subscribe for more videos, right? And without further ado, I'll see you next Monday.